Imagine launching a drone from the palm of your hand, pointing it toward yourself, and watching it track your movement through a crowded street, a mountain trail, or a fast-moving bike ride without needing a pilot beside you. Now imagine that same drone becoming smarter, faster, more stable, and dramatically better at avoiding obstacles while staying small enough to fit inside a jacket pocket. That is exactly why the rumored DJI Neo 3 is already creating so much attention. But here is the important part. DJI has not officially confirmed the Neo 3 yet. So what you are about to hear is a complete breakdown of the latest rumors, prototype discussions, expected upgrades, possible release timing, camera predictions, battery expectations, pricing, and the biggest question of all. Could the DJI Neo 3 become the ultimate beginner and creator drone of 2026, or will it simply be another small upgrade over the Neo 2? For years, DJI has completely dominated the compact drone market by making aerial filmmaking easier for people who never considered themselves pilots. The original DJI Neo changed the idea of what a beginner drone could be. It focused on simplicity, palm takeoff, automatic tracking, hands-free recording, and a form factor that felt less intimidating than a traditional camera drone. Then the Neo 2 pushed the concept further with improved tracking, better sensing, and a more capable flight experience. But what they are rumored to be preparing next could take the entire pocket drone category in a completely different direction. The deeper you look into the reports, prototype discussions, and market pressure surrounding DJI, the more it becomes clear that the Neo 3 cannot simply be a slightly faster version of the Neo 2. If DJI wants to justify a new generation, it needs to solve the biggest problems that compact drones still have today: image quality, wind stability, battery life, obstacle avoidance, controller flexibility, and the gap between automatic flight and true creative control. Before we go any further, let us separate what is actually known from what is still speculation. The DJI Neo 3 is not officially confirmed by DJI at the time of this recording. There is no verified final specification sheet, no confirmed United States launch date, and no official price. Some online reports suggest a 2026 release window, while other discussions point toward a later launch, depending on DJI's product schedule and competition in the lightweight drone market. Some rumored features include a stronger camera system, improved AI tracking, better obstacle sensing, upgraded transmission, longer flight time, and a redesigned protective structure. But none of these should be treated as guaranteed until DJI publishes official information. And that is where this story becomes interesting. The absence of official confirmation does not mean there is no reason to pay attention. DJI has already established the direction of the Neo line, and the company knows exactly what users are demanding. People want a drone that can fly itself, follow them reliably, record footage that does not look like a compromise, and survive the unpredictable environments where creators actually use it. They want something that can capture travel videos, cycling footage, family moments, cinematic landscapes, and social media content without carrying a large case full of equipment. The Neo 3, if it arrives, will be judged against those expectations. The first major question is the design. The original Neo introduced a compact body with integrated propeller protection, making it friendlier for indoor and close-range flying. That design made the drone feel less like a professional aircraft and more like a smart flying camera. It also made the Neo approachable for beginners who were nervous about damaging a traditional drone. However, compact protective structures can create compromises. They can add weight, create more wind resistance, reduce efficiency, and sometimes make the aircraft feel less stable in strong outdoor conditions. The Neo 3 could be DJI's opportunity to redesign the protection system without losing the safety and simplicity that made the series popular. Several prototype discussions and rumor reports have suggested that DJI may be testing a different guard layout. The exact design is not verified, but the idea makes sense. A new structure could improve airflow around the propellers, reduce vibration, create better visibility for the sensors, and make the drone easier to fold or transport. It could also give DJI more room to place cameras and obstacle sensing hardware without making the aircraft look bulky. This is not just a cosmetic issue. The shape of a pocket drone directly affects flight performance, battery efficiency, noise, durability, and the quality of the footage. Think about what happens when you fly a small drone near trees, buildings, or people. The drone needs to remain stable while constantly calculating its position, speed, direction, and distance from nearby objects. A protective frame may keep the propeller safer, but it can also influence how air moves around the aircraft. If DJI can make the Neo3 more aerodynamic without making it more fragile, that could be one of the most important upgrades of the entire generation. The second major area is the camera. This is where the Neo3 could either become a genuine creator tool or remain a casual flying camera. The Neo line has always been designed around convenience, but convenience alone is no longer enough. Smartphone cameras have become extremely powerful, and compact action cameras can already record smooth, detailed footage in difficult conditions. For the Neo3 to stand out, it needs to produce footage that gives creators a reason to choose it over a phone, an action camera, or a larger DJI drone. Rumors have mentioned improvements that could include higher frame rates, better low-light performance, improved stabilization, and possibly a more flexible camera system. Some reports have even discussed the possibility of 4K video at higher frame rates, including 4K 120 frames per second. But this remains unconfirmed, and it is important not to confuse a rumor with an official specification. A higher frame rate can create beautiful slow-motion footage, but only if the sensor, processor, lens, and storage system can handle it without overheating or heavily reducing image quality. This is not just a numbers game. A camera can advertise 4K resolution and still produce disappointing footage if the dynamic range is limited, the shadows become noisy, or the image turns soft in low light. What creators really need is consistent quality across different environments. Bright sunlight, indoor rooms, cloudy skies, evening streets, and fast movement all test a drone camera differently. The Neo3 would need to deliver clean highlights, natural colors, reliable autofocus, and stable footage even when the subject is moving quickly. The biggest advantage of a drone camera is perspective. A smartphone can record what is in front of you, but a drone can reveal the environment around you. It can rise above a road, circle a subject, pull away from a mountain trail, or follow a moving person through a landscape. If the camera quality is good enough, the Neo3 could become a powerful tool for travel creators, real estate filmmakers, sports content creators, and everyday users who want cinematic shots without learning advanced drone controls. There is also the question of stabilization. DJI may continue using a mechanically stabilized camera, an electronically stabilized system, or a combination of both. The choice will matter because the Neo3 is expected to remain lightweight. A larger mechanical gimbal can improve smoothness and camera control, but it also adds weight and complexity. A smaller system can keep the drone compact, but may rely more heavily on software stabilization and cropping. The ideal result would be a camera that remains stable during acceleration, braking, turns, and light wind without making the image look artificially warped. Why is this detail so critical? Because automatic flight only matters if the footage looks professional. A drone can follow you perfectly, but if the video shakes, loses focus, or struggles with exposure, the final result still feels unfinished. The Neo3 does not need to replace the Mavic line, but it does need to make creators feel that they are not sacrificing too much image quality for convenience. The third major upgrade could be AI tracking. DJI has already made automatic tracking one of the most important features of the Neo family. The idea is simple. Select a person, press a button, and let the drone follow the subject while maintaining a usable composition. But real-world environments are complicated. People walk behind trees, pass through crowds, move from sunlight into shadow, change direction, and become partially hidden. A drone that tracks perfectly in an open field may struggle in a city street or a forest trail. The DJI Neo3 could improve this through stronger subject recognition, better prediction of movement, faster reacquisition, and more intelligent flight paths. Instead of simply following behind a subject, The drone could potentially understand whether the person is walking, running, cycling, climbing, or turning around. It could choose better angles and avoid sudden movements that make the video look robotic. This would be a major step because the best automatic drone does not simply stay locked onto a person. It makes the footage look intentional. Imagine cycling along a narrow road. A basic tracking system may follow from behind, but a more advanced system could move to the side, maintain distance, and frame the rider against the landscape. Imagine running through a forest. The drone would need to predict where you're going, identify branches, and adjust its route before the obstacle becomes dangerous. Imagine filming a group of friends. The drone would need to understand which subject matters most and avoid switching targets every time someone crosses the frame. This is where AI could become more than a marketing phrase. If the Neo 3 can combine reliable subject tracking with safe flight planning, it could allow one person to record footage that normally requires a pilot, a camera operator, and an assistant. That is a powerful proposition for solo creators. However, automated tracking also creates a responsibility problem. A drone should never be treated as completely autonomous. Sensors can be blocked by rain, darkness, dust, low-contrast surfaces, reflective objects, thin branches, power lines, and unexpected movement. Even the best obstacle avoidance system cannot guarantee that a drone will never crash. The Neo may be safer than earlier models, but users will still need to understand their surroundings, follow local regulations, and keep the drone within safe operating conditions. The fourth major rumor involves obstacle sensing. The official Neo 2 already introduced stronger sensing capabilities compared with the original model, but the Neo 3 could take this further. Some reports have discussed more advanced front-facing sensors, additional visual cameras, or even a wider sensing system designed to detect obstacles in multiple directions. Other rumors have mentioned LiDAR-style sensing, but this is far from confirmed and should be treated carefully. If DJI adds more complete obstacle awareness, the Neo 3 could become much more confident in complex environments. The drone might be able to slow down before reaching an obstacle, adjust its path, or stop instead of blindly continuing forward. But obstacle avoidance is not simply about adding more sensors. The aircraft also needs enough processing power to interpret that information quickly. It needs software that can distinguish a tree branch from a shadow, a person from a background object, and a safe opening from a dangerous gap. A powerful sensing system could also improve indoor flying. Many people are attracted to the Neo because it can be used in smaller spaces, but indoor environments are among the most difficult places for a drone to maintain position. Walls, ceilings, furniture, reflective surfaces, and low lighting can confuse positioning systems. A smarter Neo 3 could make indoor selfie shots and room-to-room movement more reliable, although users would still need to be extremely cautious around people and property. But here is the catch. More sensors usually mean more weight, more power consumption, and a higher price. DJI would need to balance capability with the identity of the Neo line. If the Neo 3 becomes too heavy, too expensive, or too complicated, it could begin competing directly with DJI's larger drones instead of serving as an accessible entry point. The fifth major question is flight time. Battery life has always been one of the biggest limitations of small drones. Compact batteries keep the aircraft light, but they cannot provide unlimited energy. Wind, cold temperatures, aggressive flying, high frame rate recording, obstacle sensing, and active tracking can all reduce real-world flight time. Even if a specification claims a certain maximum duration, actual users may see less when flying outdoors with safety reserves. Rumors around the Neo 3 have suggested longer battery life, but the exact number is uncertain. DJI could improve efficiency through a more advanced processor, better motors, improv, propellers, or a higher density battery. It could also redesign the battery system to make charging faster and replacement easier. For creators, the most important improvement may not be a huge headline number. It may be more consistent performance during real flights, that a drone that gives you slightly longer but more predictable flight time can be more useful than one that advertises an impressive maximum under ideal conditions. If the Neo 3 can provide enough time for multiple takes, follow a subject through a complete activity, and return safely without constant battery anxiety, that would improve the experience significantly. The battery ecosystem will matter too.